What's up? This is Damon. Alright, in today's video I want to talk to you about why sweeteners, why anything that has sugar in it or flour in it or processed foods and things like that, why these things are really so bad. Like, most people don't even understand what really makes them bad and why they have such an issue with these foods. So let's understand this, okay? First, know that every single chronic disease that we have, every single issue with the human body that we currently have, the great majority of them, cancer, diabetes, stroke, Alzheimer's, heart attacks, all of these are directly tied to diet and lifestyle, directly tied to them, okay? And that is because for Americans, the great majority of their diets consist of processed crap all day. So they're eating tons of flour, tons of sugar all day long. They don't even really eat very much real food. So, and when I say real food, I mean foods made by nature, okay? If it came from a plant or it had a mom, those are real foods. If it was made inside of a plant and it didn't have a mom, if it was made by man, that's the shit that I'm talking about. That's the stuff you need to be avoiding like the plague, because otherwise you're going to end up with one of these chronic diseases. But anyway, they are directly tied to these diseases. Now, on top of this, they are also the reason why Americans are so fat. So they are the number one reason why you're holding on to that muffin top around your stomach, that cellulite on your legs and ass. Is because of sugar and flour. Now, here's the reason why they're bad, okay? The number one thing, and this is why I tell you guys to stay away from this stuff all the time. This is why I stay away from this stuff, because there's certain foods that I will not touch because I know the side effects of them. Besides the fact that they're going to spike your blood sugar and make your body want to store fat. The worst part of these isn't even that. The worst part isn't even the fact that it's going to lead to disease if you're eating these foods on a consistent basis. The worst part of this, in my opinion, is that you may think that you can have one bite. You may think that you can have one serving and you'll be good and it's going to make you feel good and then you're good. No, that's not the way it works. Because what happens is this stuff is so addictive, okay? So addictive. One bite is going to lead to 100 bites. And even if you do stop after that one serving, guess what's going to happen for the next anywhere from 24 hours to 72 hours? For the next 24 to 72 hours, you are going to be having intense cravings for more carbs and more sugar. So those people who are using sweeteners in their coffee and sweeteners in this and putting things like that, and they're having like anything that has flour, pasta, bread, cereals, things like that, any of those foods, what happens is when you eat that one, so say for instance you have it for breakfast. You have, say you have a bagel at breakfast. It's flour. It's got a little bit of sugar in it too. Flour, just in case you don't know, flour is just like sugar when it hits your system. Soon as it gets in your system, poof, blood sugar skyrockets. Insulin, which is a fat-storing hormone, gets released, okay? And that's from flour. As a matter of fact, flour is worse than sugar. So anyway, getting off subject. Now, so say you had that flour for breakfast, right? Your blood sugar levels are going to skyrocket. Your body's going to release insulin to help control the blood sugar, and then before you know it, you're going to crash, and guess what? Guess what you're going to want to eat after that? More carbs, more sugar. All day long, for the rest of the day, you are going to be craving more carbs, more sugar. So guess what's going to happen? You're going to end up eating more of it, you're going to overeat it, and guess what? You're going to get fat. On top of that, you're creating more disease. On top of that, you're going to wake up the next day feeling like even more shit just to repeat the cycle. Which is why you guys are so damn fat and sick. So what's the solution? The solution, avoid it at all costs. Avoid it. Like the plague. This stuff is not only is it making you fat, this shit's killing you. It's killing you. Look at any one of your family members. Look at any one of them that has cancer, heart disease, diabetes. Every single one of them eats these foods on a regular basis. Connect the dots, people. Connect the dots. It's the reason why you look down and you're disgusted at yourself. It's the reason why when you see yourself in photos, you go, ugh. It's because of the foods that you're eating. So the solution is to dump it. Stop eating it. Cut it. But know that when you cut it out, you are going to have cravings and withdrawals, and you're going to be detoxing just like a freaking drug addict. This shit's 8 times more addictive than cocaine. So you are going to go through a detox period. Usually it lasts for most people 3 to 4 days, 3 to 5 days for them to get past the peak. And then after that, it starts to feel a little bit better each day. Most people don't even make it to that 3rd, 4th day, which is why they always end up falling back into the same cycle, which is why they stay fat forever. So eliminate sugar and flour from your diet, or you're going to stay fat forever. You're going to get sick. You're going to get diabetes. You're going to get heart disease. You're going to get cancer. You're going to have a stroke. You're going to have Alzheimer's. I'm telling you right now, this is the fix. You want to fix your life? You want to prevent yourself from being a fat ass forever and getting sick? Eliminate this stuff. Fuel your diet with actual foods made by nature, foods that came from a plant, foods that had a mom, all right? That means vegetables, lots of vegetables, eat lots of vegetables, fruit, nuts, seeds, fish, grass-fed beef, wild-caught fish, real healthy sources of protein. You need to eat these types of foods if your health and your aesthetics are a priority. Because if you continue to do what you're doing, I already told you where you're going to end up. So don't say I didn't warn you, because you basically just committed suicide by food. So I'm not going to feel sorry for you when you get that diagnosis from your doctor. I'm just not. I'm not. Matter of fact, I'm going to be mad at you because you didn't listen. So there's your lesson for today. Don't be a statistic. Be strong enough to make these decisions in your life and to take control and eliminate all this shit and live a better life than the people in your life and the people who are dying from these chronic diseases all the time. You have family members dropping like flies because they eat these foods. So if you don't want to end up like them, do something else. Do the shit I'm telling you to do. It works. I promise. So that's your lesson for today. You're welcome.